Alright. Hi, everybody. I'm really anxious to talk about this.
Don't get too loud. You are outside.
It's awesome. Anyway.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. Still have a mother.
Sorry, Bob.
Yeah. So, yeah, I really want to talk about this, but enough about that.
Keep it quiet. You are outside.
Let's talk about, and I might talk about that.
Lower.
I might talk about that Captain America more. This is low. I might talk about that Captain America more because I finally found it and I can properly review it. But if you haven't seen what me and Grandma thought about that, you should all just go check out that video. Cheap plug. Yeah. So today we're talking about those two books, The Terrifics, and how I think that's gonna affect Renew Your Vows world, or would have affected the Renew Your Vows world, because it's a fun game to play. Okay. We're talking about... Y'all didn't hear that. We're talking about this one first, though. And we're talking about Terrifics, too. But, again, before we get to all that, I'd like to tell you my thoughts on a few more things that have been going on in the world according to Bob. Oh, what the hell. Let's start with Terrifics. Terrifics. Mom thinks they're Fantastic Four. And in this one, you might actually get to find out who Tom Strong is if you haven't already watched the Rob Core video. Rob, Rob Core, if you haven't watched that already, was a huge help. I didn't know who that character was till I watched the video. Tom Strong I was wrong. Wasn't in an Alan Moore book. He was a Wildstorm character. I didn't read Wildstorm back in the 90s, but yeah, again, interesting. I was busy reading the original Scarlet Spider, the one we don't count, and it was just a Pizza Hut commercial. Apparently. I don't know. Even though it really didn't commercialize Pizza Hut, and it was a very good book, and anyway, it was one of my first books, but didn't read it back then. But Wildstorm, I guess, was pretty good. It had Grifter, and if y'all haven't watched my comic book store video, which I want to do another one of those, from Comic City, live here in Michigan, Grifter was one of the best parts of Grifter was one of the best parts of Future's End. Definitely was one of the best parts of Future's End. So if that spit out Grifter, by all means, maybe Wildstorm was pretty good. Maybe the villain. And Mom and I both didn't.
When you're young, neighbors definitely didn't leave.
Mom and I both didn't know who the villain was in this book. They ran across this villain. It takes place in some town in Michigan, somewhere. And there's Element Dog. I mean, it was really, well, cute, to say the least. And as far as I could see, had no reference to the Avengers or, you know. And the one thing Rob did screw up was that the Colossus was the Anti-Monitor. What he was doing there, I don't know. But I'll bet you it was the Anti-Monitor. That's who I thought it was. So, anyway, I honestly don't know the guy's name, but it was a villain, so yeah, whatever. Like I said, good book. Let's give it a 3 out of 5. On to those 2 Scarlet Spiders that I mentioned. And we'll finish off with Captain America. Okay. This wouldn't have changed at all in the Renew Your Vows universe. Even without Ben, the guy still dies. The girl doesn't get the cure. And he ends up in a mysterious factory somewhere in New York. This one might have, but oh crap, I mixed them up. 21 might have changed. 22, I mean 21 definitely didn't change. 22 did. I really liked how in 22, the most recent one, that the real life stuff that's been going on with Miracle Man and the fact that Spawn, Marvel now owns Angela. They don't own Spawn, but they own Angela, affected this book too. I really like that. And I like that the little girl that I've told you is kind of like 50 Sue from Future's End is in this, and I mean it didn't explain what angel she is, but it did definitely give her that cool backstory I've been wanting. So, and if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, check out Big Picture Bob. He did a thing on Miracle Man and how the real life legal shenanigans left a bad taste in Neil Gaiman's mouth, and that let him sell the Angels, which are now in their New York, to Marvel. And that totally affected this book. I can't give away how, but it did, and I liked it. So, don't want to spoil the ending for you. But, yeah, one book would have been affected, the others, not really. Now to talk about Captain America. Beautiful cover, and kind of hard to understand the story. Same problem as in with the Exiles. I know Grandma would have been nice, and she would have said that but truth is, I don't think she really understood this book, and that's not good comic companies. When somebody, I mean, I'm not gonna explain to her about the evil Captain America. Do you know how silly that sounds? Really? I mean, the evil Captain America's corpse floats in, and I mean, like I said, it was a very good issue, beautifully done cover. Love Alex Ross's work. Definitely might pick up issue 2, but not exactly sure. Still got Flash to pick up yet. And, yeah. As far as I know, this was a decent book. I mean, this may affect the Avengers at some point, but even if it doesn't, you know, it's still something that's on your shelf. Again, as far as I know, it doesn't affect the Avengers, but you never know. Captain America is kind of the impetus of everything. He's not like Spider-Man where he's as well known, but everything always seems to revolve around Cap since his death. Yeah, and that's what I think about that. I mean, looking at this cover, you'd think the Submariner would be in it, or Falcon, or the Human Torch, but none of those people are actually in the book. So don't buy it just based on the cover. The covers lie. It was a very
years ago.
Yes, we did. It was a very, I mean, overall best book of the week, The Terrifics. Best book that I've read in my massive pile was The Terrifics. Winner of the pile, Terrifics. Oh, excuse me, unless Batman Beyond beats it, which I still have to read. Last book in the pile. Yeah. So I doubt that will beat it, but you never know. Till then, that's the world and the way I see these comics. Bob out. Okay, Mom. Pick up the mouse. So, I really like that y'all were commenting back to me, on my latest video. Let's keep it going.
Appreciate all the comments.
Yeah. Even if we talk about what comics were like when you was a kid. Or do you remember the 70s Spider-Man TV show? Let me know. Your friend Bob.
70s?
Yeah, there was a 70s Spider-Man TV show, Mom. Didn't go over well. It lasted only like one season.
Guess it really didn't go over well. It lasted one season.
Yeah.